Okay, we're here at Starmania 2010 with Derek Lyons. Hi Derek.
Hi Mark, how are you?
Not bad, how are you?
Yeah, very well. It's been a really good day here. The sun's shining, the people have been wonderful, and it's a great event, and looking forward to today. We've still got a few more hours, well, quite a few hours to go here, and tomorrow. Today being my birthday.
Hey, happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Thank you.
Well, have you ever done a convention in Wales before? Because I haven't heard of any before.
Yes, I have. I did one with Dave Prowse in 2006. I think it was in Cardiff, and again in Newport for a company down here, which is based down here, a very smaller convention company.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name.
Well, it's an anniversary year for Star Wars, obviously for Empire.
Empire, so my favourite movie, by the way.
Right, that's interesting.
Yeah, I love Empire. I actually went to the very first screening ever in the world for the crew, of English crew, which was at the Dominion Cinema in Tottenham Court Road.
Oh yeah.
And I remember getting my tickets, and I've still got the programme and stuff, and I remember watching the movie and being blown away by it.
Oh yeah.
And at the end, when all the because a lot of children there with the crew, parents there, and I remember the lights going up, and 2 rows in front of me was Mark and Carrie.
Yeah.
And then all the kids like mobbed them, and then I kind of said hello, and Carrie remembered me, and she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and hi Derek, how are you, and all that stuff, and she signed the Empire programme to Derek, love and kisses, and Carrie. Cause she kissed me on the original film, didn't
Yeah.
And my little story about when I pulled her piece of wood out of her foot, she had a splinter in her foot.
Yeah.
I think I've said it before. I'll tell you that story if you wish.
Yeah.
And Mark, he put, hi Derek, nice to see you. And he was really sweet. That's the last time I saw Mark after all those years.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he's on Facebook. I don't know if it's him or not, but I know his son Nathan's on there.
Yeah.
And I said to Mark, it's about time too you've added me, isn't it? I don't care. I'm just an actor like him, so it don't matter really.
Well, one of my favourite behind-the-scenes pictures is actually of you and Mark.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a really cool. It's a cool little set of pictures.
It was.
Isn't
Yeah. I mean, that was, I say, 76. Around about May at Shepton Studios.
Yeah.
H stage. There was a marquee just like this one we're seeing here.
Yeah.
And we used to eat together. Me and Mark used to eat in the marquee together.
Yeah.
And everyone was mixed together at that time.
Yeah.
And one day I said to Mark, look, there's a set up here. Let's go and have a look. And I didn't know at the time. I knew when I was there. It was the set for Oliver, the musical.
Oh, right, yeah.
London Bart's musical.
Yeah.
And the set was still standing after all those years.
Yeah.
And so we went around, and then Peter Mayhew followed us, because I used to drink at lunchtime with Peter as well sometimes in the bar, outside in the sun, with him quite a lot. And he's quite a shy person at the time, Peter Mayhew, very quiet. Anyway, so Mark, I said, look, let's go up there. So then Peter followed us, and one of the other guys, not General Dodoma, not Alex McCrindle, but another... one of the guys who played the generals in Moustache. You see him in the last scene. He's in quite a few scenes with Alex McCrindle.
Oh yeah.
Moustache, character actor. And anyway, he follows us up. We have a group shot. We did one. I think the one with me and Mark was taken by. It could have been taken by Peter Mayhew. I'm not sure.
Really?
Can't remember now. But I took one of Peter, then I took one of Mark. Mark took one of me. There's a shot of me, which Mark Howard took. A bit too far away. And it wasn't like now with the digital cameras, which you get. Then they sort of walked around. You kind of.
That's right. Yeah.
And so he was okay with that. And then so we had really nice pictures taken with him and the next week pilot.
Yep.
There's the next week pilot, and I can't remember his name, but I made up this name. It's a bit of a kind of joke on Facebook, really. I shouldn't say it. His name's Dirk Ligman, and it's actually me. It's my other creation. But I may come to a convention one day with moustache and like 70s hair.
Do it.
And pretend I'm Dirk Ligman.
Do it.
The Phantom X-wing. No, but
the original Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace. Yeah. Who knows? But anyway, funny enough, talking about the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
My local Odeon, when the film came out.
Yeah.
The manager, his name was Mark as well. And he actually invited me there. My son Christopher was about 2 or 3 then.
Yeah.
And we opened Phantom Menace. We cut the tape and it was pressed there and stuff. It was quite because of my connection with the first movie,
Yeah.
And obviously I have a connection with Phantom because I worked with Liam Neeson on Kroll. I was the White Slayer on Kroll, and I knew Liam from that. And spoke to Liam quite a bit. He's kind of quiet man, very sweet man.
Yeah.
I think he was one of the best things in that.
Yes.
I love his character.
Oh yeah.
Shame I'm obviously Darth Maul was brilliant as well, but I really wish that never kept his character.
Me too, actually. Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah.
I think he was the best jet for me. He's after Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
my favourite Jedi is
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah,
my favourite. He's got the action figure. But I'm a Star Wars fan too.
Absolutely,
I'm not just an actor, because I mean, some actors, not all the actors here, I can't talk to everyone, but not all of them are, they're actors, they're just jobbing actors.
Absolutely,
but I'm a fan of sci-fi and Star Wars especially.
It's very obvious, from following you on Facebook, it's obvious that you're a fan as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't worry, there's a wasp buzzing around.
Yeah, that's what, I've got to be careful with wasps. That's alright. No, I get stung and I start going to flip the fit,
Oh.
No, I'm just joking.
Now, 30, what is it now, thinking about it, 76, so 34 years on from when you actually filmed those movies. Can you still believe there's that involvement with the films, even now?
It's amazing. Well, I mean, funny enough, I don't know, you must be aware that there's a guy, Joe, Lord
Bouticus.
Yes. I've been doing stuff with him.
Absolutely,
on the thing, and I've been doing my C-3PO. I do my C-3PO. Hello, I'm C-3PO, human cyborg relations. This is my counterpart, R2-D2. I used to do that thing. I'm doing that, and Sean Connery.
I like your Connery. I've got to say, I like your Connery.
Yes, Sean Connery. It's nice to be here, Derek. I like. It's nice to be in Wales. I'm from Scotland, but I'm shaken but not stirred at this convention today. Yes, Money Penny couldn't be here. Pussy Galore is around somewhere. Yes. Well, no, obviously I work with those guys.
They're a good bunch of guys.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I really, really like George Lucas and I really mean it because. As you know, he was a big fan of Joseph Campbell, and I'm a big fan of Joseph Campbell. That's just where he got the idea from The Hero with a Thousand Faces. And even though I've got the anniversary book when he's actually written on the back, where he's, because he was a great friend of Joseph Campbell. Yeah. And Joseph, before he died, he obviously did at Skywalker Ranch, did a 6-hour documentary.
That's right.
On myths and legends. And I'm a big into that myself.
Yeah.
But when I saw George Lucas on Last Crusade, of which Lee Cleary, the first assistant from X-Men now, invited me on it because I auditioned for the Raiders, the very first Raiders.
All right.
And unfortunately, I decided to go to a holiday instead, and I turned down the part. I was really stupid, really. But anyway, 2 films later, they asked me, and I went back, and I was not one of the Nazis who rousted up, Harrison and all that stuff. So you can see me in that. And I spoke to George, and he remembered me from that, and he was so pleased to see me, and he was really, really kind. And he signed this book I had. He put to Derek, may the force be with you, and he actually writes George Lucas. There he just does a G. Yeah. But he actually wrote George Lucas.
Very cool.
I got Spielberg as well, and Harrison's, and all the rest of them.
And was that where you perfected your Connery?
No, I've always been a mimic since I was a child. I used to go in front of the TV and pretend I was Cliff Richard, and when I was a kid, and I think, but I've always been a mimic, and I can impersonate most people. I can do everything.
Hello, I'm Scotty Baker. Hello, I'm Scotty Baker. Hello.
That's my Kenny Baker. Sorry, Kenny. No, but and so I know Anthony Daniels. I know Hopkins as well, but he's from Port Talbot where we are now. I know you, Derek. He said, I know you. Yeah, can I give you a lift anyway, Derek? He gave me a lift once, so really wonderful. But no, Anthony Daniels, I actually, after I did Star Wars, I actually went to see him in a few plays. Yeah. He did a play at the Ambassador's Theatre in West End. And he gave me his card, still got his card to this day, still got his phone number and everything else. I phoned him one day. I don't care. and I said, hello, this is C-3PO. What are you doing in my house? I bet he wasn't too pleased. But no, but
was this before 1471?
What do you mean?
No,
this is about a couple of years ago, I think. No, I know he lives. I can't tell you where he lives. But the thing is, he lives in the West End. Anyway, so the thing is that when I worked at Planet Hollywood as a host, to my sins, I was part of the opening team. I had lots of actors, and like Ken Russell I knew, and all these people, coming in. Yeah. Christopher Lambert was an old friend. He came to see me, and one day it was a daytime, very empty Planet Hollywood that day. Up the staircase, walked towards me. It was Anthony Daniels. How are you? And they went, hello. What are you doing here? I said, I explained. Yeah. And then he said to me, and I took him around. I took him on a tour around with, because there's some kind of, I think they had some Star Wars stuff. They may have had something there. I can't remember now. I took him round. I introduced him to the children and people, and he signed autographs freely and all that stuff. He's very, very sweet. And then he went, and he always promised to take me to lunch and meet for a drink. He never did it, But he's obviously, he's gone a big star now in the universe of Star Wars.
Absolutely.
But I hope he listens to that podcast. And maybe this one as well.
Maybe you will.
It's such a good time here. Oh, R2, what are you doing? Oh, we're doomed. Oh dear. Oh dear. But as I say, I kind of like this scene, and Sean Connery and stuff like that, and we had a Sean Connery lookalike who came in today, and Jack Nicholson, and I had spoke to both of those guys and they knew a mutual friend called Donald Stand-in, who was actually Christopher Reeve's kind of double stroke stand-in.
Oh right.
Similar kind of build to Christopher, but the Jack Nicholson guy was based in Wales anyway. He's really fantastic, and I told him that on The Shining, Jack Nicholson, I was very shy then in those days, and he actually took me. He actually invited me to his room at the end of the shoot of The Shining, and I sat with him for half an hour. He signed 2 books, The Cuckoo's Nest and the other one, The Shining, the Cuckoo's Nest book, and I gave him a silver coin. This is exclusive. I had a 5 shilling silver coin I had since I was born. And I said to him, I was sitting opposite him, and he'd changed, by that time. He had a drink, etc. And he signed a book to me, he signed some stuff from my friend, and I only collect autographs of people I really liked, And so I said, I've got something for you, Jack. And he looked at it, he took it, and he looked at it. And I said, it's a 5 shilling coin I've had since I was born. It was given to me when I was born. I want to get you to have it because I think you're a wonderful actor. He goes, Derek, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever given to me. And he had tears in his eyes. Really? Because he was then not as much as he is now. Sure. And I said, this will give you luck. And it has. I mean, it's worked, but, he's done really well.
Oh yeah.
So I told this Jack Nicholson impersonator today about it, and he was quite interested in that. And also the Sean Connery lookalike. I said, how are you? Sean, how are you? And he's, hey, how are you doing? And we were doing a Sean thing between each other. And I said, well, Jason Connery, I did his first movie in England with Jason. And when I worked on Indiana Jones, Sean Connery, I went up to Sean, I chat with him, because it's only a very small set in Elstree. And I said, Sean, I work with your son Jason. Oh, really? What was that? And I said, it was a thing called Lords of Discipline. It was his first movie. Oh, what was he like to work with? And I know, because I know that Sean is very, very, he wants Jason to work for his money and not get handed, because Sean came from poor background, milk and stuff, And he said, what was he like? I said, he was okay. He said, he wasn't stuck up, was he? I said, no, he wasn't. I was quite taken aback. And there's a really good quick story that Michael Jackson came down one day, and Paul Hogan came down another day. Michael came down with the entourage, and he went up to everyone, and came up to different guys and the directors and stuff. He went up to me and goes, hi, I'm Michael. I said, hello, Michael, nice to meet you. And he went up to Sean Connery, and he went to shake Sean's hand. He goes, hi, I'm Michael. He says, I'm sure you are, yes. And he walked away. He just walked away from him.
Really?
He didn't care. Well, because he's Sean Connery. It's nothing to him, Michael Jackson. For other people, he's a big star. But he was quite nice. He was with Jordan that time, and they were both nice people. And it was nice, nice to see Michael Jackson. And
absolutely.
I saw him in concert a week later, actually. Because CBS gave me a ticket to go because I knew the people at CBS because I worked in the music business before. But I say I love being involved with this business because I've worked on the Bond movies, I worked on Star Wars, I worked on Indiana Jones, 3 of the main kind of franchises of the world, and I'm very lucky and fortunate to be seen and here and there. And I've got a movie coming up next year. I can tell you a little bit about it. It's a movie with Michael Caine and Bob Hoskins. I can't really tell the title at the moment, but it's definitely happening. Sylvester Stallone's producing it.
Wow!
And I got 4 lines in it. I play a salesman, and that's all I really can say because I've got the script. It's a bit kind of tight. It starts in April, so that'd be quite good.
Given that it's got Hoskins and Caine in, it's not Mona Lisa 2, is it?
No. But I've worked on the Holcroft Covenant. I've met Michael a few times, and Michael Caine was his father, and I think Michael briefly was at Smithfield Meat Market with my father.
Wow!
In the 40s, 50s, or early 50s, I'd say. And because his father was at, and then a lot of the stuntmen who did the Pink Panther films, all that stuff, they actually they were Nosher and Denny Powell. They were meat market shopmen with my father, and then they got in the film business because they were big bruisers. And then, funny enough, Nosher and Denny, the nephew and the son, Greg's first is the stunt coordinator, and Gary Powell, who I used to work with years ago, is now the stunt coordinator on all the new Bond films.
Fantastic.
But I know a lot of connections. Barbara Broccoli I know really well, and I haven't seen it for years, but it's amazing the kind of people you meet, and if you're nice to people, and I hope that I'm a nice person,
it comes back on itself.
It comes back to you, and there's a lot of strange people in the film business and in life generally, and I always try to be nice and kind and understanding. I'll never stab anyone's back. I'll never do that, and I've been lucky, you know, to a degree, and very fortunate to work. I mean, on one of the greatest movies of all time.
Absolutely,
Star Wars is a big thing. It's my first movie.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
What a start!
Thing ever. Yeah. it's amazing, and I do have family connections. If you want to know this, my godfather and my uncle through marriage was married to Anna Karen Olive on the buses, which is a thing which is quite cool. Yeah. Connection. My grandfather's cousin was Joseph Locke, the Irish tenor.
Oh wow!
Famous. The film "Hear My Song" Ned Beatty. Yeah. And my grandfather's brother Burt Mac was one of the most famous Irish yodelers in the 1920s to the 1960s. Yeah. And he had a contract with CBS Parlophone Decca. His name's Burt Mac, and then also the other connection, if I can remember. Oh, there's some other connections. Oh yeah, my grandfather. This is a really good one. Yeah. My grandfather, who was Jewish, and I'm not Jewish myself, but he was Jewish but atheist. Didn't believe in that. That's just my father's side. He was a tailor in Savile Road at French's, which is now Kilgar, French and Stanbury, or now Kilgar. He was the person who actually made and fit the suit for Cary Grant in the Hitchcock movie North by Northwest.
Wow.
And he was the chief suit maker for Duke of Windsor. Yeah. The guy who abdicated. Yeah. He also made suits for Gary Cooper, Rex Harrison, and who's the other one? Fred Astaire. Yeah. Yep. So that's my other connection. And
there's a nice connection. You said Gary Cooper, Shane, Alan Ladd Jr. and all that sort of stuff.
It's all kind of connects. And it's my grandfather was a very quiet man, and but the Duke of Windsor, he was the one who actually introduced all the actors to my grandfather. Yeah. And when I went to the Taylors a little while ago to do some research, they knew of him, and I'm actually this blog. I saw a blog a few days ago on the internet, and they said about the suit, and I told them it was my grandfather, Arthur Lyons, who actually, and it's the most famous suit in film history. Yeah. On North by Northwest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because they wanted Cary Grant to be the new Bond, and that was the idea at the time. After that movie. But I could tell you other stories about Cary as well, because I've got connections to him as well. It's really bizarre. It's like all these little connections all over the place. It's quite
6
amazing.
degrees of.
Yeah, and it's like, I know people say, how does this guy have all these connections, and how does this? Because people can talk a lot of rubbish. Yeah. But why would I lie?
It's life, isn't it?
No point. Yeah. No point to But as I say, I'm hoping at some point to get to America. There's a guy called Richard Epcar. Yeah. He's a Facebook friend. You may know him. And he's a voiceover artist. He does the Joker. I know Mark Hamill does the Joker. But he does it for all those games as well. And anime, for Japanese anime. Yeah. He's doing really well. He's doing a movie soon. And he's trying to get me out to America, to get me to some event, convention. It doesn't necessarily be a Star Wars one, but because I've got to get to America, because I've had so many people ask me, and I don't understand why they haven't asked me yet. Because it's a
get the word out.
It would be nice, yeah. Because because people say, the fans will love you, Derek. I've got so many good stories, and
that's what you need at conventions.
I've had great interviews. I'm on Remember the 5 and First, the Galactic Knights now, the TK. Garrison, the Spanish Rebel Legion, the Friends of Star Wars Madrid, all these in the last few years, you know, and it's really quite amazing. And I work quite a lot with Mr. Alan Fling. He's a really wonderful guy, a good friend of mine, and we do a lot of stuff together. Yeah. And it's really good to see Chris Parsons. Yes. Because Chris and I were rivals in the business a long time ago. Yeah. And we spoke about it earlier, and he was laughing. He said, and I can't say what he said, but but we were like, because I used to say, you're working more than me, Derek, and I said, well, look, you did this, and you were the C3. What's it called?
Oh yeah.
He was one of the
in Empire.
Empire. Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff.
K3PO.
K3PO. That's exactly right. Yeah. And he's a really nice guy, and we're going to meet and have a drink. And John Chapman as well. Yeah. With Islington. Yeah. So you meet some people that you knew before, and I'm going to be doing something with John, because he's done this book called Johnny Rocket.
Yes, we were talking to him earlier. Yeah.
Well, he's got. Was like talks that we're going to do something together. Yeah. He's got another 2 books coming out, and Johnny Rocket series, and then there's another one which I've got an idea. I've got to talk about it, and maybe sort something out with him. Yeah, it'd be great, 2 Star Wars people doing a book together. Yeah, possibly. I don't know yet. But he's a really wonderful guy, and I say it's really nice to see Catherine Monroe as well. Yes. And I used to have a crush on her and her sister. She's got a twin sister, All right. And they're dancers, And she said to me today, because I hadn't seen her for 30 years or so, it's maybe less than 30 years, but she's a wonderful, great woman, and Yeah, so it's really nice to see her after all these years.
Yeah.
That's some photographs today, because I'm a fan too, you know.